is the key, man. That needs to be our word in here, better. We're not worried about just being the best. We got to get better every day. All right? So a better you makes a better CU. All right? A better you makes a better CU. And don't forget about this every day you work out. They thought they buried us, but they didn't know we were seeds. You got me?
Weirdos are going to come after y'all.
Prime got draws, man. What's wrong with y'all? Prime got draws with great packaging.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know who told you that.
Buff Nation, I got to ask y'all a real question today. This is not a hot take, not a troll question, a real identity question. Who is the face of Colorado football right now? The obvious answer would be Coach Prime. But if we're being honest with ourselves, we just watched an entire era closed. For the last few years, the answer was easy. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter. Coach Prime is leading the national spotlight. You knew who the leaders were. You knew who the cameras followed. You knew who carried the program's personality. But now we're stepping into a brand new chapter. And at first, it looked like we already knew who was next. Buff Nation thought it was going to be Jordan Seaton, the franchise, the future anchor, the cornerstone, the guy who was supposed to represent Colorado's next generation. Then reality hit. Seaton chased the bigger bag and is now at LSU. That's just facts. No hate. Business is business. That's college football in the NIL era. But that moment changed the storyline for Colorado, because when the guy many fans believed would become the next identity of the program leaves, that creates a leadership vacuum. Then right behind that, another storyline started forming. Julian Juju Lewis, the young phenom, the future quarterback, the potential offensive face of the program. And Buff Nation knows quarterbacks naturally become leaders whether they ask for it or not. They carry expectations, they carry pressure, they carry the heartbeat of the offense. If Juju takes control of this offense, he instantly becomes a strong candidate to become the new face of Colorado football. But here's where this story gets interesting, because after Juju, everything changes. Colorado brought in wave after wave of transfer portal talent, new faces, new personalities, new voices. And at the same time, a lot of familiar faces walked out the door. This roster has changed faster than I can refresh Twitter. I'm serious. I printed out a roster last month, thinking I was being responsible, doing my homework, learning the team. By the time the ink dried, half the names were already gone. Now I feel like I got to reintroduce myself every time I watch a well-off media practice video. I'm sitting there like, who's that? Wait, he knew? Hold up. When did he get here? At this point, I ain't even learning names. I'm learning vibes. Okay, that dude looks fast. That one looks angry. I like him. That one looks like he eats quarterbacks for breakfast. That's where we are as a fan base right now. And listen, I know this is modern college football. I get it. NIL era, transfer portal era, business decisions. I understand all that. But Buff Nation is going through emotional conditioning at this point. We over here missing players who left while trying to remember who just joined the family. It's like speed dating with a football roster. You barely learn somebody's strengths and weaknesses before they're gone, talking about, thank you, Boulder. This was a blessing. And then 5 minutes later, we were welcoming somebody new like, welcome to Buff Nation. Please stay longer than a semester. And the wild part is, Coach Prime is not even hiding it. That man is building this roster like he's running an NFL front office. Are you producing? You're staying. If you are not producing, you're in the portal before your locker gets comfortable. That's cold, but also kind of necessary. Because let's be honest, Colorado is trying to build a championship culture, not a sentimental reunion tour. And championship programs don't move slow. They reload, they adjust, they evolve. And right now, evolution is happening at warp speed, which means leadership hasn't fully formed yet. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually how new identities are built. Now let's talk football reality for a second. Sometimes the face of a program isn't the quarterback. Sometimes it lives in the trenches. Championship teams are built around dominant linemen who set the tone physically and mentally. Sometimes it lives on defense. Defenses follow emotion, they follow energy, they follow effort. Linebackers, safeties, pass rushers, those guys often become locker room voices because defense feeds off attitude. And here's something fans don't talk about enough. Sometimes the face of a team isn't one player. Sometimes it's a leadership council. Different personalities, different voices, one standard. And honestly, that might be where Colorado is heading right now. Not built around one superstar, but built around a culture, built around accountability, built around competition. Now, let me be clear about something. Coach Prime will always be the national face of Colorado football. That's not changing. But inside that locker room, players still need player leaders. Guys who speak up, guys who hold teammates accountable, guys who bring calm when chaos hits. And right now, those leaders are still forming. And that's what makes this moment exciting. Because somewhere in that locker room, somebody is stepping forward. Maybe it's Juju Lewis. Maybe it's a defensive alpha. Maybe it's a trench monster nobody outside the program is talking about yet. But every new era has a moment where leadership reveals itself, not through hype, not through rankings, through presence, through respect, through performance. And Buff Nation, that next face is coming. We just haven't seen him fully step into the spotlight yet. And honestly, that might be the most exciting part of all.